the whole African community or the African village is being, attacked by the Western influence. I feel like there are a lot of things that are being forced on us. I just have these conspiracy theories popping up in my head, you know, and the reason to why I'm saying this is because like I always said, I am fortunate to happen to grow up in the early 90s. I was fortunate I was fortunate to see Africa for what it really was before this current madness of a thing. You know, I grew up in a very decent African village, you know, which was very decent and very, disciplined society, which was more of like a family than the current state of Africa. You know, we really the problem is we let the outside influence, like every one of us played a part in destroying our core values, our traditions, and our cultures that guided us. The things that guided us, we all have a hand in playing a role. We all played a role in destroying the whole village, right? I know I grew up, I always wanted to be a rapper since I was a kid, so always had this, conflict with my grandma because I grew up with my grandma. So I always had this, conflict with my grandma for always behaving like a rapper. My grandma always, stood on business, you know, resisting the hip hop, mentality in me. And now I see the reason to why she was always fighting that influence. Now that I'm grown up, I'm starting to see why she always fought that influence. And I say that to say this: all of us had a hand in making Africa the way it is today, which is a very, lost society with no self-esteem, borrowing different outside, influence and outside cultures and bringing it to our own, communities. And all we try, to enforce this kind of behaviors on people, and it destroyed, our core values and our traditions. You know, in my own culture, growing up, when a lady pass a night at your place, you're automatically married. Like there is no, there is nothing that can, you know, there is nothing that can make you escape marriage for a lady to pass the night at your place. But we slowly make it, normal for ladies to come over, spend the weekend and do all sort of bullshit. And we in all the African cultures and all the African languages, I don't think the word baby mama exists in any of those cultures and languages. So we invited, this kind of, outside influence into our society, and it destroyed our core values. So these are just some of, the things that I'm talking about, like the hip hop influence, the baby mama drama, the all these kind of whack behaviors, you know. So side time we go back, to the things that made us who we are, the things that make us Africa, and this outside, most especially the Western influence, is just a poison, you know. And one more thing, I see the way people are embedding these, behaviors into entertainment, trying to make it look cool, and it's working. So most especially with the indecent dressing, you know, it's just not cool. So we just have to be careful with the things we invite into our homes. You know, they have negative impact on the next generation.